Well, good morning, everybody. Well, this is actually the Monday before Thanksgiving. And yes, my grandma started preparing weeks and weeks before the holiday came. Her specialty was a cocoa roll, but we named it a Swiss roll because we're making it a little bit different. We're adding chocolate ice cream into it instead of whipped cream. Gotta get this ice cream very, very soft. So what I want to do now is I want to add in my sugars. I'm adding 1/3 cup of brown, light brown, and 1/3 cup of sugar. White plain sugar. Here we go. Alright, we're adding in my sugars. We have, I wanted to say something. I forgot several times when I made this. 4 eggs, separated. You need the yolks and the whites separated because it's going to be very foamy and very rich. I'm also going to grab my vanilla. I know where everything is in this house. Yeah, I can't believe we're right before Thanksgiving. I'm very excited about it. I love the holidays. It brings in the holiday season, you know that. I'm now adding in a teaspoon of vanilla extract. It will give it that zingy taste. I'm getting low on vanilla. We'll just have enough to get us through. Okay. Alright, now what I want to do, folks, now is I want to whip this together. Then we're going to go to the dry. Let's whip the egg yolks together, and we'll go to the whites. You want it very rich, folks, and foamy, folks, believe me. Yeah, everybody's taste palette has changed since the olden days. We used to have whipped cream, but people in my house prefer ice cream, so that's what they're going to get. I'm now adding in my Hershey's cocoa. 3 tablespoons of Hershey's cocoa. Then we're going to go to the dry, and I have to whip up the egg whites. 1. Make sure, folks, if you can, make sure your cocoa is very fresh. All right, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Here we go. A little drizzle of it. Here we go. Okay. Now, we're going to mix this together. And then I'm going to go to the dry. I want to add in my butter also. That's one more thing I have to add in so I don't forget that. That's becoming from. Okay. Now, the next thing I have to do is grab my butter. 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Here we go. I'll put a little bit in here too on the parchment paper because sometimes, folks, no matter what you do, everything sticks. It really, you can't really about it. Okay, now, folks, I have to do something. I have to mix up my egg white. We got to get that very foamy, so we have to take everything off here. The yolks, it's really silly because we know it's going to go to the same spot eventually, but unfortunately, to get the egg whites to cooperate with me, I have to mix them with nothing on it. That's going to take a good 10 minutes at least to mix them up. Okay, now, let's put this over here. I remember when I was a little girl, we used to lick the batter, folks. Oh, folks, it was those good old days. I remember like it was yesterday. I miss those days, I really do. Okay, now, we're going to mix up the egg whites. They have to get very foamy, almost like meringue. Here we go. I'm adding in a 1/2 cup of flour. This is going to be the dry ingredient. This is going to go into the yolk mixture. Then I also want to add in a teaspoon of baking powder. This is a fantastic Thanksgiving treat. I do it every year for Thanksgiving, folks. I try to dress up as best as I can so I look faster for Thanksgiving like an old-fashioned baker. Okay. Here we go. Add a teaspoon of baking powder because you want to make sure that it rises up. Now I got to grab my spoon. Grandma Elizabeth always had this thing about very clean utensils. She wasn't kidding, folks. She really was not kidding, folks. Okay. And Thanksgiving was a wonderful holiday for her, and I always think of my grandma for this. Same thing with Grandma Bessie, you know. She was always invited over, too. All right, now we're going to put this in here. Add in the dry. mixed together. Because I have to do one more thing before I'm done with this, folks. I got to fold in my egg whites. Keep mixing. Because now we got to get everything mixed together. Now, folks, I'm really sorry about filming myself. One of my fans said, well, we can't see what you're making. I said, I can relate to that. I have a cameraman, my temporary cameraman is going to do this until my daughter gets home. We're shooting for her home for Thanksgiving, at least to come home for a few hours. She's in our prayers right now that she's doing so well. Okay. I hear you, kitty. I hear you. This is what you want it to look like. Nice and foamy. Now, we're going to add in the egg whites. Make sure, folks, it's almost like when you make a lemon meringue pie, your egg whites have to be foamy. Because this will not come out if you don't have foamy eggs. Here we go. Now, start folding. You have to fold it in. Very slowly. It has to be folded. Fold it. Very slowly. Because that's how my grandmother used to make it. She made the best meringue also, folks, for her lemon meringue pie. Folks, I think she did everything. Everything under the sun. Keep folding. You can mix also. Keep folding. Because you want it to be foamy when it's done. Here we go. Okay, here we go. We're almost done, folks. Almost done. Oh, perfect. This is just what I want to see. Okay. Now, you want to make sure, folks, this is really greased, folks, because we have to be able to roll it. And that's always hard to roll something, because sometimes, no matter what you do, it could be weather related, it could be even me. All right, here we go. It's just going to spread all over the place. Here we go. Keep spreading it. Here we go. Keep spreading it. Oh, we got more batter coming up. Here we go. I love Thanksgiving, folks, because you know you eat differently around Thanksgiving. Did you know that? Your food is different. I can't wait till Thursday when I make my turkey and stuffing. I can't wait to do that. I don't know if I'll be filming that day or not. I'm going to be getting some company that day. Okay. Now, what I want to do now is I want to put this into the oven, bake this for 15-20 minutes, but then we got to let it get really cold so I can roll it.
Oh.
We're going to use ice cream. Chocolate ice cream. We're going to freeze up the chocolate ice cream we have. You know what's going to happen, folks? This is going to freeze up. Look how beautiful it's coming out. Oh, I really cannot wait to have this, folks. This is melted ice cream, folks, but don't panic, because I'm going to freeze this in the freezer for a couple of days. This is going to become regular chocolate ice cream again. You don't want to put hot chocolate ice cream on it, because a long time ago I tried to do that, and guess what happened, folks? It literally fell apart. Look how nice this is going to come out along. Delicious chocolate ice cream. Use chocolate. You could use vanilla, folks, if you want to, but I strongly recommend chocolate. All right, now, folks, the hard part's coming. Here we go. Very hard. Here we go. There we go. And we have a delicious, wonderful Swiss roll. Now, the next step is I'm going to put some confectioner's sugar on it. Here we go. You want to make it really attractive. Now, what I want to do now is grab my aluminum foil, wrap this up, because any more than that, it's going to fall apart on me. I just know it. Put this in the freezer. We'll have it on Thanksgiving. Wonderful, delicious treat. So here we have a delicious, wonderful Swiss roll from Deborah Ways. I'm Country Kitchen. Have a great day. Please subscribe to my wonderful YouTube channel.